All right. All right, all. Welcome to Behind the Business, where we bring you real stories from CEOs and business owners on what building something real actually looks like. The decisions, the pressure, what they do differently. Today, I am thrilled to have Fred with me. Federico is the owner of Tierra Viva Landscapes, a Dallas-based landscape company specializing in high-end residential and commercial properties, known for detailed horticulture, irrigation expertise, and building systems that scale service businesses. This person has built something real, and I'm genuinely excited to have this conversation. Fred, welcome to the show. Really
Well,
glad to have you here.
thank you for having me.
Yeah, so let us start from the beginning. Tell me a little bit about your story. How did you get into what you're doing and what Tierra actually does?
Yes, I got into this. I have a degree in horticulture. I got into this, started a company with my father when I was 14 years old, and just fell in love with being hands-on and seeing the instant results that we brought. And how this company came to be was as a general manager for a private equity-backed company. When they went Chapter 7, I took a decision to start my own company. It's not so I wouldn't let my clients fall. And so within 72 hours, I built my company.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. So you just took everything that you learned in the last company it was a private equity company?
Yes.
So you just took everything that you learned and then you just installed it in your own business and then you took some of the clients I thought you said
Yes.
before.
Yeah. I took part of the book of business to start my company.
Nice. So when you took all like when you started your own company, and you're going through it, what did those early days actually look like?
They were early days, long nights. It was, flying by the seat of my pants, trying to build the back of house while also managing the operations. So, I was doubtful the first month whether it was going to make it or not. Having to learn everything, in, like I said, in the back, having to, you know, get the licenses, get all the insurance, get equipment.
Yep.
So it was a day by day process, and I just had to trust the process and take it.
Nice, nice. How many hours were you working in the beginning, man? Because that's
I
it's
was,
crazy starting this stuff like this.
yeah, I was averaging about 70 to 80 hours a week for the first 3 months.
Oh yeah, because like you're trying to build everything and you're just working it because it has to work out. Like if it doesn't end up working out, then what, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And then you have to believe in it and not just let it fail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so then like what's changed the most since you started? What was the big the heat like what's been, how long you been doing this for, the viewers? Like what's been the biggest thing that you've learned?
And the biggest thing that I learned is, like I said, trusting the process and also having more confidence in myself as I scale this.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
So then it was the having trust in the process. How's your perspective? Okay, so can you explain kind of like, the clients that were in the last company and like how's your perspective of kind of like, that clientele or, kind of the route in that landscaping niche evolved over time?
Yeah, so the company is a high-end residential company. We also
Yep.
do high-end commercial. So, the typical client is a very affluent person that is extreme, attention, their extreme attention to detail.
Yep.
They're paying a premium for a white glove service.
Nice, nice. I love that. So, obviously when I told you before is I don't want to just talk about business today.
Yes.
Um, I want to get to know you as a person too, because I think that's where the real story is. So let me ask you this. What actually grounds you? Like, and I know we spoke about this before, like when things get hard and the answers are not obvious, what keeps you going?
I mean, I rely a big part to ground me is, my wife, my faith, and honestly, I have a strong relationship with my parents.
Same, same. I always I always I call my mom all the time, or I
Oh,
call
for
my
sure.
mom for sure, like at least once a week, and it's good to just get on a call with them because you know that they're always going to be there for you.
Yeah.
That's huge.
No, no, truly, in having that support system, when, like I said, when I was doubting myself on some different things or trying to make a decision, having someone there to support me and, let me bounce ideas, that was exponentially better than being by myself.
Yeah, because it's just like it levels you out, and I totally get where you're coming from, and it's without that support system, it's like having that kind of support system that matters so much in business. It's
Oh,
huge
it truly does.
because everyone everyone has like their their journey or their path or whatever, but like trying to figure it out and getting and hitting those hurdles, and then you're always back to square one, but just having that person, like I totally resonate with that. Mhm.
No, yeah, it really, I mean, it levels the playing field, at least for me, to, like I said, have have a partner that supports me. And even when I said, hey, I'm going to invest a lot of money, use our emergency fund, but just have trust in this process.
Yep. Nice. So you speak with your your family, like, or I mean them, or actually you said you had a faith too?
Yes.
Is it like Christianity or
Yes,
something?
I'm Catholic, so
Okay.
Christianity.
Nice. Okay. So you like go to church every week too, or
Yes. Yeah. No, I mean that's part of our routine.
nice. Is are you like into philosophy, or is it just like church
Yeah.
or
I mean, yeah, philosophy. I mean, I listen to I mean, motivational. I listen up to a lot of Marcus Aurelius.
oh dude, I love Marcus Aurelius.
Yeah. Oh
He's
yeah.
I'm huge on Marcus and like the Stoic
Yes,
philosophy you're saying?
exactly. Oh yes.
Oh man, yeah, like I even go for all these walks all the time, and going for walks because like the Greek philosophers in the past, like they would just go for walks
Oh, for
and
sure.
just bounce ideas, and with other Greek philosophers or whatever you call them. I don't know. I don't think
Yeah.
they call themselves Greek philosophers, but I'm super huge in history too, and
Yeah, likewise. I mean, there's a lot of it. I mean, some of the biggest battles are in your own head.
that's true. And you have to, and that's number one, especially as an entrepreneur. You have to make sure that you're grounded and you have the right philosophy and you have like the right thinking enabled.
Yes.
And I think that's great because when you say you're going to, Catholic church and stuff, it already has a complete full philosophy already that helps navigate through life.
Well, it does. No, it like I said, it helps build that foundation and build that trust.
That's good. Do you hang out with any of like the communities at church, or like, just kind of hang out like with other business owners or just regular other people with you? And
Yeah, I do hang out with other business owners, and I mean, there's a Bible group from my church.
oh, that's cool. That's cool. It's a whole different story going through the whole Bible. I got one
Oh, it
too.
is.
It's like a lifelong study, but it's cool. It's
Yes.
fun.
Yes. No, I mean it's I consider myself an eternal learner, and always trying to learn something new.
I love that. I love that. Yeah, so let me ask you a little bit about the physical side of things. So,
Yeah.
I know we spoke a little bit about like I brought up the Greek philosophers and they're walking
Yeah.
and stuff. How do you take care of yourself? Do you work out? Like, what do you watch what you eat or any routines that keep you, or it doesn't have to be just physical, like any routines that keep you sharp?
Yeah, I mean, I think it goes hand in hand, mind and body. So I try to walk at least 10,000 steps a day.
Hmm.
So a lot of it I try to be out in the field. I don't really see my walks as something that I do as working out, but it's part of my job, you know.
Hmm.
And so I try to eat better, maintain, a healthier diet. I'm not perfect, but I strive for it.
Hmm. You probably get a lot of exercise every day too, because what you do
Yeah.
and everything, right?
Yeah, if I'm out in the field, I'm averaging almost 20,000 steps.
Jeez. You don't even need to work out.
Yeah. No, I mean, but it helps. I mean, brain fog if you're actually exercising and using your muscles. I mean, it helps reduce brain fog.
Oh, like just going, yeah, just walking. Totally agree with that. Totally agree. It keeps you sharp. The brain fog is real too. Like
Yes.
I didn't understand that in my early 20s.
Hmm.
I would always, it was, when we're younger, we have way worse habits, and as we get older, we understand what we need to be doing so that we can stay at the most optimal level.
Of course. I mean, when you in your early 20s, you think you're invincible.
It's true. That's true. So you said you did 10,000 steps. Is there anything else that you do every day or like any other routines that keep you sharp?
I mean, I try to do about a workout 2 to 3 times a week.
Work like just lifting and
Yeah.
going to the gym.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So let's go. By the way, I'm the same way. I do at least two lifts per week, and then I'll do like 10,000 steps every single day.
Oh, very
And I try
nice.
to, what?
Oh, said very nice.
Yeah, two lifts a week where it kind of like maintains me, or if I can hit really, really hard sessions, I can kind of like, lean out but also grow muscle. But
Yeah.
it's the calories like that get me, man. I'm always trying to, I love
Oh,
eating,
for me, it's the carbs. I love
It's
to
the
eat.
carbs. What do
Yeah.
you like to eat?
Oh, I mean, anything with carbs. I mean, we're talking pizza, we're talking sandwiches. I mean,
Pasta?
yeah. Oh, yeah. I love pasta.
Dude, pasta, like can't go wrong with pasta, especially the right pasta.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, so tell me about the people outside the business. I know we spoke a little bit about your parents, but like who's like do you have like some friends that you hang out with and who's like the closest besides your parents that you hang out with when you close the laptop or you stop working and doing landscaping at the end of the day?
Yeah, I have a group of close friends. I mean, like I was telling you, currently I'm on the Bourbon Trail. We do an annual bourbon trip where we go to different distilleries and spend time together and build that camaraderie.
That's cool. Where did you end up meeting them?
So actually, when I moved into my neighborhood, uh, two of them actually live in my neighborhood, and just through doing events in our neighborhood, we got to know each other, got to talking, and we built that relationship and saw that what we had in common was we liked bourbon and started to plan out this bourbon trip that started 3 years ago. We
Oh,
we do an annual bourbon trip. We'll hang out. If one of us finds a new bottle or something, we'll sit down, let each other taste it, and like I said, just building that camaraderie.
dude, I have this one of my best friends, his name's Al. He talks about bourbon all the time and he's always telling me about this new bottle and everything and all this knowledge that he has and it's kind of like, wow, how did you learn all that stuff? and he'd always bring it up. So he's a huge bourbon guy. You'd love him. He owns his own inspection company,
Oh wow, very
home
nice.
inspection company, and I think he's out in North Carolina.
Yeah. Not too far from Kentucky.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Okay, so how's your balance like look like in your life? Like when I know when you're hanging out with these people on the trails, you got your
yeah.
landscaping business, you got your family and stuff. Like how do you balance all that? Because I'm sure you're working a lot. You're hiring new employees and you got all this stuff, but how do you balance everything?
I mean, I mean, it is a lot to handle and balance, but I try and I try and spread my time evenly. And like you were saying before, you know, yes, you have to leave time for exercising, you have to leave time for meditation, you have to leave time just for yourself and relaxation. So the biggest thing that I do is time blocks, and I'll focus on the office work for the first 2 hours of the day. I'll go out to the
Yep.
field for 5, 6 hours,
Yep.
and like you said, close the laptop. That's the biggest thing that I've learned is, my job is not 24/7. I have to, even as the owner, I have to have a shut off and turn it off so I can focus on my family, focus on my friends.
Yeah, I think that's super important. I Yeah, I'm at that point too where, at like 5 p.m. or 6 p.m. it's kind of like, all right, I could keep going till 9 p.m. and stuff, but I got to shut
Yeah.
off too.
Oh,
And
exactly.
it's
You'll
crazy
burn
'cause,
yourself out.
yeah, you'll burn yourself out and then you'll start stressing up here
Hmm.
and it's that stress, then it just accumulates over time and it's important to, decompress and stuff.
Oh, exactly. As much as it is important to do hard work, it's also about relaxing and letting yourself recuperate.
Yeah, no, absolutely. How do you because I had a the best way for me to relax, and I know this isn't what everyone does, but sometimes I'll just walk away, like maybe at 6 o'clock, and then I'll go for a walk, number
Yeah.
one. Or number two, I'll, do a 15 minute, and honestly, man, like I'll put on some like very relaxing music and then
Hmm.
I'll put on meditations. Like I'll just do 15 minutes
Yeah.
of meditation, like or just like, 15 minutes of just sitting away from all the stimulus.
Yes.
Just sit there and stuff. And dude, my whole like all that stress just goes away like that. It's crazy. Have you ever done that before?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I mean, I like I'll sit in my vehicle similar, if I'm after a big meeting or even before it, just spending 10 minutes to decompress, to meditate, and, you know, be fresh for the next upcoming thing.
Yeah, no, I think that's important because you just can't keep going on and on and on and
Oh
on.
yeah. No, you know, if you don't have anything in your cup, you can't give anything to somebody else.
That's true. That's true. Uh, for 2026, like in terms of like family, health, or just being present and stuff, is there something that is there anything that has been like you've been like wanting to be more intentional about or that you've always been intentional about, or did
Yeah,
you
I
ever like
mean,
learn it?
I, I'm one of 7 children, so my
Oh wow.
family's, yeah,
Okay.
we're spread out throughout the country, and so I'm being a little bit, more intentional of spending time calling them and maintaining that family bond. We're pretty close, but as we grow older and we build our own lives, we have to work at it to maintain that bond.
That's true. Man, I can't believe you said 7 children. That's
Oh yeah,
hard.
no, my father's one of 12, my mom is one of 18.
Wow.
Yeah, so for their family, it's a small family.
Do you have like because I don't even have like I have a half brother and a half sister, but like I'm not really that in contact with them. Are you like more so in contact with all your siblings?
Yeah, so we've made a group chat, and we'll message
Okay.
each other. We'll keep in touch, and just have and spend time with one another. Like we try and do holidays where we're all going back. Originally I'm from Atlanta, so my parents are in Atlanta currently. So we'll try
Okay.
and all meet up in Atlanta, spend time with them. I have a nephew that's graduating in May from high school. So each year that one of my nieces or nephews graduates, we all, meet together and spend time as a whole family.
Nice. Okay. All right. Okay, so the next topic, and I'm bringing this topic up because I've been kind of obsessed with it, and I've been doing
Yeah.
this in my life personally and in business. And I'm curious to hear your take too, and what you're doing is um AI. Are you like into AI or at least using it or anything in
Yes,
your business?
I use AI in my business.
Is it just like chat, or I mean, or in your personal life too, or is it just
No, so
chat?
I use chatbots to minimize the amount of, middle management needed for my company. So, I believe AI is leveling the playing field. So myself as a small company, I can go toe to toe with Brightview, who's a 3 billion a year company.
Hmm.
So the playing field is level, and I think that it's revolutionizing, you know, my field. It's revolutionizing how we do things and also how we look at, the future.
That's awesome. Are you using like you said chat bots? Chat bots? What are
Yeah.
like chat bots on your website or something?
Yeah. So I have chatbots on my website. I also have some that help with marketing, some that help with payroll, some that are helping me with, receivables.
So you have like do you have like a database or something and then
Yes.
it just refers to that?
Yes.
I've been doing that too, but I haven't had chat bots for that. Wow.
Okay.
So I have a database of all my stuff,
Yeah.
everything, my whole entire life, my whole
Yes.
business, all the frameworks and everything to create the like to help my clients out.
Yes.
And but I never ever thought about just having chatbots. Like I'm sure you can like you'll have you can I'm sure like you can go into like I can have, an employee go in
Yeah.
to my Claude or my ChatGPT
Yes.
and then
Mhm.
have all the documents ready and like it can literally just type in and see it and see like, be able to
Yeah.
grab anything. So I get that, but is that what you mean?
In a way, yes, but also I have them where it's been coded. So like for my posting on LinkedIn, I have it where it will send me 3 to 4 options, and I'll be the one approving them, and they'll automatically post it for the date and time that I want.
Okay, okay.
So same thing with scheduling. If I have a client, that wants to push a project back a week, it'll look at the calendar, restructure it, and make it the most efficient route for the next day. So I'm not having to spend 15, 20 minutes doing it myself. It's automatically happening where my foreman gets it on his phone.
So you connected it to your Google Calendar or Outlook calendar
Yeah, into
and
my
then
CRM.
okay. Oh, it's in your CRM. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Got it.
it works alongside my CRM, and like you said, it's connected to my database.
That's cool. That's
Yeah.
crazy how AI is going to be, man. It's scary, but at the same time, if you're the one that's literally above the curve and you literally
Yeah.
implement it in your business the best way, you're gonna be able to reap the reward.
Oh, for sure.
All right. So I just had to bring up the AI thing because,
No
like
worries.
it's something new, but it's like, oh, someone's always got their own little take with it and their little juice story.
Yeah.
All right, so we got faith, we got family, we got fitness. What about okay, so now let's go to the last one, mission. let's talk about what you're building right now. Tell me about the kind of like the mission behind Tierra.
Yeah, I
Where
mean the
where are
mission
you like
is
taking this thing?
yeah. I mean the vision is to grow this, like I said, to be an extremely high end, company that is serving the Dallas Metroplex. I've with my experience seeing what private equity has done to the field, I'm not completely against it, but also the importance to them is for the return to their investors instead of quality, instead of the customer service given. So with that, you're losing, you know, customers are becoming just numbers instead of having and building those relationships.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Got it. What's working like really well right now in getting to that vision in your business?
So I have a weekly newsletter that I send all my clients,
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
letting them know what's happening this week overall on their properties. Also, they get an individualized email after every service visit, so they know what happened on their property when my
Hmm.
when my crews were on the property.
Yep.
And I also do a LAMP plan, which is a 3-year plan of improving their properties. So we're forecasting, looking at it, and they can budget for larger projects.
Okay.
And
That's
in itself, that helps one to spread out, revenue and also maintain everybody busy while maintaining productivity.
that's cool. So they always know exactly where you are in the
Yeah.
process.
Yes.
Okay. Where is the pressure? Where's in the business? Where's kind of like the pressure building in the business?
I mean, I would say the pressure building is getting to the position where I am, where I'm wearing many hats, but needing to start hiring more people and delegating more of the daily tasks that I do.
Yeah, so it's the biggest thing, almost
Yeah.
like most of business owners is the system kind of like that you're
Yes.
slowly building over time.
Yes. And making sure that the processes that I'm building are scalable. So when we
Scalable.
double in
Huge.
size, yes,
Yep.
when we double in size, they're still the same thing, and we can grow and standardize the process.
Grow and standardize the process. Yeah, that's the biggest thing, especially when you're hiring new people and making a big decision, especially when you it's like when you hire that next person, but they're gonna set you back a little bit
Yes,
financially.
exactly. Yes.
And you gotta know if you're getting like the right ROI with it, right?
No, for sure. And like you said, learning and seeing it that it might be a negative for the first 4 months, but it'll become a net positive after that.
After that. Yeah.
Mhm.
So what's the in terms of that, what's the biggest decision right now that you're weighing on?
I mean, the biggest decision would be honestly in sales. I'm debating on bringing on another sales business developer.
A business developer for sales?
Yes.
Got it. Is that just to obviously go out and prospect and bring more clients into the business?
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Where you are. What's been the hardest thing about what's been the biggest like the hardest thing that's been trying to get you to where you are right now?
I mean, like I said, the processes, just trying different things and, being quick to react and changing them.
Got it. Yeah. All right. And then what would you do differently if you're starting over in terms of like going all the way back from square one from your whole journey right now? What would you have done differently if you were starting over?
I mean, if I was starting over doing this again, I mean, I had no decision on the other company going chapter 7, but you know,
Yep.
what I would do differently is I would have more belief in myself and invest more money, and I would be in a bigger, better position. today.
Just being able to follow the process and know that you'll work out, and then you're working
Yeah,
already 70 hours a week anyway, and you're sitting there and it's like it's going to happen no matter what. You're
yeah,
going to figure it out. It's just
exactly.
believe in yourself and put the work in because you have to put in the reps to be able to get through to the next line,
Yes,
to the finish line, right?
yes.
Love it. I'm working all the time too, so I know exactly how that is as an entrepreneur to entrepreneur. All right, so I think I got two more questions left, Fred.
Okay.
Um, and so looking ahead, or yeah, I got three more. Looking ahead, what are the big goals for the next 12 months, both in business and in life?
I mean, in business for the next 12 months, I'm trying to grow between 50 to 60%.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And in personal goals, I mean, like we were talking about, eating healthier, exercising more, and, growing those connections with friends and family.
Got it. And then the next question, and I think that this might have to do, I think you already answered this question with the systems in terms of, well, actually, in terms of the eat, like trying to eat healthier and stuff and growing to 15 to 50%, what's been the biggest challenges you've been navigating like in both?
I mean, the biggest challenges, like I said, it's one, learning to block off time and making it a priority, breaking down the goal, smaller, achievable goals that I can try for every day.
Yep. Just trying to break everything down so that you're not, you know, doing the worst, I guess, you know.
Yes, and also, not looking at it and getting task paralysis, knowing that taking it step at a time.
One thing that I've always thought about too, where you're just saying task paralysis, where you can just
Yeah.
work on one task and
Hmm.
or work on this big project to build a new system, and you're all the way down a rabbit hole, and it has nothing to do. You're completely went the wrong way, and you shouldn't have been, and you spent all this time on this one area, and you shouldn't have been doing it in the first place.
Yes, exactly.
That's the worst thing. No, going that wrong direction for so long, and then all of a sudden, boom, you gotta go. You have to kill it right away. Has that happened to you?
Yeah, I mean, it has happened. Like I said, building these processes, I've spent a week trying to build something, implement it to my crews, and automatically see that it's not going to function for them, and going back to this, square one and rebuilding it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. All right. So before we wrap up, Fred, where can people find you and what you're working on that you want people to know about?
Yeah, I mean, you can find us at tierravivallc.com. You can also go to our Facebook group and you'll see our posts, our updates on what we're doing, what we're planning to do, and just tips for seasonal changes on your lawn.
That's cool. That's cool that you have Facebook, and then you also have a LinkedIn, right?
Yes.
So you got a LinkedIn, Facebook, you got the Facebook group, and then you got
Hmm.
online on your website.
Yes.
All right, Fred. This has been an amazing conversation. Thank you for being so open and real today. Like that's huge, and the way you think about building is, like and growing your business, I can completely relate to. And honestly, I think that this is definitely a story, especially with the believe in yourself thing that other
Yes.
business owners and other owners and just people, high net worth people in general need to hear, like
Yes.
huge.
Very much so.
So to everyone tuning in, thanks for being here. If this resonated with you, share it with a business owner in your life who needs to hear it. Until next time, keep pushing forward in faith, fitness, family, and mission. Fred, really appreciate you. This was a great
But
one.
thank you.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording.